Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh man. Before I get into the my post fight review here, I must say that the heavyweight division is back. I mean, it is back. It is at full force, and it's something that it was desperately needed for the last 8 years. All right. And I stated in my previous video, now that Klitschko's out of the way, Vladimir Klitschko's no longer the reigning champion, the heavyweight division has definitely opened up, and definitely we're going to see a lot of great fighters emerge right here. And what I saw tonight just proved my point right here. You had two British heavyweights here by the name of Dilian Whyte and Anthony Joshua go at it in 7 rounds, and a 7 round all excitement fight. I mean, Jesus, it was exciting from the start. Getting to the first round, Anthony Joshua was looking good. He was coming in with some combos, throwing in, he threw in a good sharp right that rocked Dilian Whyte early in the fight. And, to a point where I was wondering why Dilian Whyte wasn't even holding on, because he was trying to swing wildly at Joshua, and it just didn't make any sense right there. But he managed to escape that round, get out of the round, and whatnot, and regroup. But before he did that, there was a moment at the end of the round where Dilian Whyte had felt that he was hit late by Joshua in that round, and where he just got upset and he just lost his temper and he swung at Joshua. And when the referee tried to step in and intervene, I mean, Whyte was still trying to swing at Joshua, and it required all the everyone from the corners to come in and break that up, because I thought from that point, I thought that Whyte was really going to get disqualified for that, because not only that he swung at Joshua after the bell, he swung at him again right after the referee tried to break it up. I mean, Jesus Christ, that's warrants a disqualification right there. But I'm glad that the referee found the wisdom to let that fight go, because he could have disqualified Josh Whyte right there. And if he had done that, yes, it would have been a disservice to the British public and the fans who paid so much money to watch this fight. So he did, again, let the fight go on. Now, on to the second round. It appeared at one point that Dilian Whyte was losing stamina, and we could tell. Well, it's not much of a surprise, because Dilian Whyte did have so much of a conditioning issue in the past, but he did have some type of success. He had some success in that round, which I believed he won, because he started using his jab. He started to move around a little bit, while Joshua at one point was looking so stationary and he looked so stiff, and he just barely moved his feet. He wasn't even on his toes. He was so flat-footed. But in that round, he caught Joshua with a good left hook, and that rocked Joshua. He was hurt badly, and Dilian Whyte was going for it. He was going for it. He ended the round with a couple good body shots, and from that point, Anthony Joshua looked so exhausted already, man, and he looked so winded, as if you want to question his stamina and question his condition. Excuse me. His conditioning, whether he can go all 12 rounds. And let's not forget now, Anthony Joshua hasn't really been in a real fight before until this point with Dilian Whyte. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because he fought guys who were just there to collect a paycheck and, just call it a day. All right? And that even includes Kevin Johnson, because Kevin Johnson didn't take that fight seriously. He probably knew in his mind psychologically this is going to be his last fight. He's going to get one massive big payday and just call it a career. All right? But this time, Anthony Joshua was in there against a real fighter who was hungry, and that was Dilian Whyte. But on to the third round, it seems like he didn't quite recover from that round when Dilian Whyte gave him a good beating. And Dilian Whyte was continuing the jab, he was continuing the body shots, but yet at the same time he was looking so uncoordinated with his punches, whatnot. So on to the fourth round, this is where Anthony Joshua started to regain his composure and regain his sense of fighting ability. All right, he came in there, he started throwing punches together, and he was really starting to load up on his shots on Dilian Whyte. I mean, he was really trying to get him out of there, and it seemed like he was trying to spend any energy that he had left to try to get him out of there. But apparently, he couldn't do that. So we go on to the fifth and sixth, and then to the sixth round. This is where he started to really wear out Whyte, really wear him down, really take away his mobility by throwing in body punches, which he was able to do, and then finish him off in the seventh round with a vicious uppercut. I mean, really hurt Whyte to the point that it was no way he's going to get up from that. I mean, great victory for Anthony Joshua. Now, where does he go from here? Definitely he's going to be on the world level now after 15 pro fights. That brings his record to 15-0 with 15 KOs. Now, is he ready for a Deontay Wilder? I would say yeah. I mean, it's a 50-50 fight. And the reason why I say that now is because Deontay Wilder, after, 30 semi-pro fights, now he's going to 40 pro fights, he still hasn't been tested. And the reason why he still hasn't been tested because he hasn't really fought top world level opponents except for Bermane Stiverne. So, yeah, at this point, that's a 50-50 fight. Now, as far as Alexander Povetkin, well, how does he stack up against him? Obviously, I don't think he's ready for a Povetkin right now because Povetkin is way too seasoned, and he's been a world champion, and he's been in there with top guys already. So I don't think he's ready for Povetkin at this point. Now, is he ready for a maybe David Haye? Because I know there was ramblings about David Haye interesting in a fight with Anthony Joshua. I would have to be honest with you guys, and I know some people may not agree with me. I don't think he's ready for David Haye. But what about Dilian Whyte? Definitely he's ready for the world level now. But at the same time, he needs to really improve on his defense because, like I said before, he's really opened up for shots. He needs to really keep his hands up. Let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe, share. Peace.